Time being 6:05, I'm going to call the Board of Health meeting to order. Thank everybody for taking the time to coordinate this tonight. Big shout out to Kevin Tachi over at AdCam for getting us going. All members are present with the exception of Linda Dickey. You have us on camera, and Susan is calling in by phone. So, first item on our agenda is the COVID-19 situation and our response. So, Marty, I'm going to toss it over to you for that.
Okay, so everybody knows in town that we started posting the Abington, Plymouth, and state numbers on the website. That's updated every day at or around 4 o'clock because that's when the state numbers come out. Also, we didn't post the town numbers for the last week because that was actually the recommendation from DPH. DPH was recommending that we not do that. But since there's some concern about how many are in town by some of the residents, we decided to put that number back up on there. And you know what, we can just let DPH do what it is that they see fit. Also, social distancing only works if we're all committed to it. This is not the time to go out to the parks. This is not the time to go play basketball or whatever else it is you do, or large groups at shopping malls and shopping stores. This is not the time for that. These are not snow days. Social distancing only works if we're all committed to it and we stand by it and we're actually practicing it as best we can. So please stay home. Today I delivered some paperwork to all of the big box retailers with the exception of Walmart. I wasn't able to get there today. So first thing tomorrow morning, I'll do Walmart. That said, a laundry list of recommendations that include, perhaps we can't mandate it right now, but we can highly recommend they limit the amount of people in the store. They make sure that they have the distancing etched out or taped out on the floors, which all of them have. And for the most part, they're doing a pretty good job. I made a few recommendations today at one of the stores about opening every other register instead of register. So they took that to heart and did that while I was standing there, which was really great. By and large, our businesses are awesome and they're doing the very best they can. And I want to throw a big shout out to them and say thank you from the bottom of my heart for doing all of that and working as hard as you do to try our best to make sure that we slowed the spread of this terrible thing. Is specific questions to that. I would like to kind of open it up if you don't mind, Chris.
Yeah, one thing then, and I think I know we've talked about this, but just for the sake of anyone listening, we as the Board of Health, or you as the health agent, we don't have the authority to shut things down or force people to do stuff that hasn't been mandated by the governor, correct?
So no, there's really no enforcement protocol yet, unless there's unless anything's changed. The essential businesses are on the governor's list of essential businesses are on the website at mass.gov. And if you click on the frequently asked questions, that can figure it out. There's also a way that I can determine with DPH's assistance whether or not your business is essential. If you email me what you're going to be doing, I can get back to you in a couple of days to let you know whether or not that's essential. I realize that's not ideal, but that's what we're doing. So give me, if you have any questions about whether or not what you're doing is essential, shoot me an email, give me a call, and I'll give you my email address, and we'll figure it out together. We have to stay vigilant. Mm-hmm. 21 cases in Abington.
So that's
and I don't.
As of today.
Yeah, that's the number as of a few hours ago. And don't let that number fool you. Yes, I know there's only almost 17,000 people in Abington. We have 21 confirmed cases, and that means a lot of other people may have carried it or may have come in contact and not know it. Be vigilant. Wear your mask if you're out in public. Remember, the mask is not protecting you from the virus. It's protecting other people from you spreading the virus if you have it or if you've been around someone who has it. So wash your hands. Like, follow all the rules. I don't need to beat you over the head with them more and more and more. But the only way we're going to get out of this is if everybody's doing their part.
Absolutely.
Specific reporting requirements. I can't even tell you how many conference calls and conference meetings I have in a day. So I'm finding out things as fast as possible. The best way for me to answer questions is somebody emails me or gives me a call. I will do my best to get on that. there are some things that just by the nature of what's going on, my office it's just me now. So I'm only doing essential stuff that relates to the coronavirus and the COVID-19 pandemic. So if you want to get like for example, if you want a temporary food permit, those are really difficult for me to do. I will do my best, but understand it's going to be kind of on my schedule, like when I can get to it kind of deal, and not like I want to come on Tuesday. So just like have a little patience, and no one should be doing those right now anyway. But if it comes up, things like that. So just be patient.
And I've seen this question pop up a lot. So if people are seeing groups congregating, that's police, I'm assuming. Not that they can enforce it either, but
Well, ideally, yeah, you should probably call the police if they're out there, but I can't say that with 100% certainty. I mean, you should let me know the next day, and we can take steps to make sure that it doesn't happen again, or let me know while it's going on if you can. I don't have a magic formula for this. I honestly have no idea how to make people understand that they can't gather in groups, other than trying to make it neighborly, and I know that all of the fields are closed. We put caution tape around all of the fields, and people are going out there and using them anyway. And it's very frustrating when, you find out the things that I have to find out on the daily when dealing with this pandemic, and then to see people out there playing, flag football. That's it can be mildly frustrating, to say the least. We all have to do our part. I know just because you're young and healthy, you don't think you can get this, but like, here's the grim reality. I'm just going to lay it out here for you. This is a grim reality. If you get COVID-19 and you go to an ICU and you have, and that's it, your body can't take anymore, and you're going to pass away. You're going to die alone. Your family can't come see you. The people in the hospital can't like be around you because of the precautions. So please take this seriously. Nobody wants that to happen to anybody that we know or love or are friends with, and I don't want it to happen to anyone. It is a grim, stark reality that we just have to come to grips with. And so stay off the fields. I get it. We got to exercise. Go for your walk. Just don't do it in large groups, and stay away from other people. But please stay off the field. Please don't play sports, and please stay out of the parks and off of the playgrounds and those things, because that's the only way we're going to flatten this curve. Only way we're going to get ahead of this. The only way we're going to get back to work in a couple months.
yeah. I would think use common sense. If you go to the park and there's a bunch of cars there, go to a different park.
or ideally, we don't go to parks.
Go home.
Choice number one, no parks.
Like I usually take a run during the day, and I've been going at night, so running at night. So
Yeah.
that's that.
Yeah. Whatever it is for people to understand that this is not a snow day or week or month. This is very serious.
Any board members have any questions or?
Any word from the state on how we're getting supplies, like if we're getting any masks or gloves or anything, just so we can.
I haven't had any new updates. I have a conference call every morning with fire and police, and so far we've been doing pretty good with PPE, and we're all talking to each other. Yeah. I mean, like the level of communication in the town has been unprecedented. Like it's really great that every entity that is involved in this is working together hand in hand. So it's been kind of, behind the scenes good to see that but we have a conference call with the PD and fire, the EMS directors and some of the PD sergeants to make sure that we all talk about that kind of thing, like the addresses in town that I have to share with the first responders in case they have to go to the addresses of COVID-19 positive patients. So we get together and we talk about that every day. So as of right now, I don't know when the state stuff will get here. We put a request in through HMCC, and I know that fire and PD has also made requests through their channels, but I don't know when it's going to get here. And I don't think anybody can really like track down a date right now, because everything's so much. I mean, they had to send the Patriots plane to get, so we'll see.
Thank you, Bob Kraft.
Yeah, right.
All right, thank you, Marty.
Yes, sir.
No, and I know there's been a lot of people, a lot of residents in town who've actually been donating some masks that they've made. Actually, I delivered one resident made 60 masks, and I brought them down to the senior center. So everyone's doing their part. Like you said, Marty, everybody's doing their part, and I mean,
Yeah,
it's heartwarming to see how everybody's working together.
we're all doing the best we can, right? We're gonna get through this. Americans are a resilient bunch, if we're nothing else. So we just got to kind of buckle down and stay the course.
Aaron, did you have any questions, or
I have no questions. Thank you, Chris.
Susan? I'm trying to do the Brady Bunch thing here and look at the boxes. Susan, do you have any questions?
Nope, nope, I have no questions. Thank you.
Okay, I did want to mention, just for anybody that's listening, what Marty is doing and what the department heads in this town are doing. A lot of it happens behind the scenes. We as a town have been ahead of the curve and proactive in dealing with this, regardless of what the perception might be. I know these guys have been busting their butts since before anybody really thought this was as serious as it was. And Marty, I know I've heard you from day one that if you feel like you're overreacting, you're already not acting fast enough. And unfortunately, that's true.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, you probably heard me yammer on about this too much, but like when you're dealing with exponential growth, right? I'm sure you've heard me say this 1,000 times by now. When you're dealing with exponential growth, the time to act is when it seems like it's way too early, right? Because when you're dealing with that kind of logarithmic growth, the only way is to down here and not anywhere else on that curve. I'll stop now. I can data analytics all day. That's one of my favorite things to do.
Flatten the curve.
Flatten the curve, please.
The curve.
Okay, so the next item was on our agenda was the rabies clinic, and this was just informational to say that we've pushed the date on that.
Yeah, June 6th, as of yesterday, I got word back. Thank you, Mary. It is June 6th. Is the tentative. I'm hopeful, man. Come on, flatten curve.
Please.
June 6th, same time. So if anybody can volunteer to help with that, I think Alex, you had already volunteered for that.
Got it.
June 6th right now. That's been rescheduled to tentatively, but please stand by. We might have to do that again. Hopefully not, but we might.
All right, and the last agenda item, and I have actually fielded a number of questions about this, is the compost site. So that's closed for April.
Yes. At this point, it's safe to say that's going to be closed for all of April. In the highly unlikely event that we get it open for May 9th is our next scheduled day, we will let everybody know, because May 4th is when the governor's next shelter, stay at home, whatever you want to call it, order is supposed to expire. So the next Saturday would be May 9th after that. So look, I'm very protective of this. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but I'm very protective of the senior volunteers, because what they do out there is almost thankless, right? So we got them some new stuff, and we're going to do our best to take care of them. And I don't want, they're the most vulnerable population. So I'm not taking any risks with them. Not happening. So May 9th will be the soonest we open it as of today. Also, the speaking of the compost site, apropos of that, the May 11th, the week of the May 11th is the yard waste pickup day. I'm hopeful, but the compost and that the compost site encompasses electronic recycling, scrap metal, our mattress recycling. I think that's it, right? Angela's gonna be mad at me.
Stop doing the white styrofoam, right?
Yeah. So all of that's also on hold. Because we don't have anybody to go out there right now. I hope that answers any question on the compost site. The compost site's gonna be, especially now with everybody outside because the weather's good and everybody's home. I understand that it's probably a popular, it's a destination that people want to frequent. I just can't, I don't know how we could safely open it and let, I don't know. It'd be, so. Yeah.
No,
May 9th.
if for some reason Republic changes the curbside, they'll let us know and we can get that information out.
Yep, we will get that information out as soon as I have it. And the only reason, I don't know if we talked about this on an official meeting in a public forum yet. So I'm just going to repeat it in the off chance that somebody hadn't heard it. Republic curbside pickup is postponed until after the pandemic because the surfaces can transmit COVID-19 to coronavirus, and we don't want to put the drivers at any unnecessary risk. So that's why those services have been postponed and will resume after this. So bulky items, that kind of stuff.
And pink bag donations have been suspended as well, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know, probably until after the epidemic is over as well.
I get so much crap I'm trying to get rid of at my house. I just got to hold on to it.
Yeah, the bins are still at the town hall parking lot.
Ah, okay. Do we know just that's a freaky question? Is any are these getting picked up?
They were picked up today. They were out there with masks and gloves on.
All right. I just had a vision of like everybody in town dumping stuff in them and just piling up. But if they're getting picked up,
That's an accurate vision, actually. Yeah, they've been really busy, and I think that they've had to come a bit more frequently than they used to.
excellent.
All right.
Cool. Well, that's all we have for agenda items. Anybody else have anything else before?
Oh, for the May 9th for the compost site, if needed, Marty, I'm more than happy to, just so we don't have our seniors get out, I'm more than happy to help.
Yeah, so May 9th would be after the lifting. Let's play that by ear, but we'll talk offline about that because
Okay.
there's got to be a solution if push comes to shove.
Yeah. Yeah, because I've been getting a lot of messages about that, and it's like, oh, can we open up for something or whatever? I don't know.
Yeah.
But-
I don't think we should do it if there's at all. Even
No.
if the
I don't
number's not
think so.
0, I don't want to do it.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Okay. Well, if that's it, I'll entertain a motion to what's that word?
Adjourn.
Adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn, Chris.
Get a
I'll
second.
second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. So that's it. Meeting adjourned.